Hello and welcome to this lesson, Hard Work Pays. In our last class, we discussed about measure of dispersion. One, when we talk about the range, variance, and so on. Today's lesson is on measure of dispersion 2, and the objectives are: you should be able to explain measure of dispersion, define variance and standard deviation, identify the advantages and disadvantages of standard deviation. What is variance and standard deviation? The variance refers to the arithmetic mean of the squares of the deviation of the observation from the true mean. The standard deviation is defined as the square root of the variance. Okay, now let's take one example. The marks scored by economics students in their WAEC examination is presented in a frequency table. 1. Calculate the variance and standard deviation. So we are going to calculate the variance and standard deviation. Now let's look at step 1. You need to have your frequency table. You draw your table where you have your marks and your frequency. We have 10, we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and we have frequency such as 8, 6, 12, 18, 6, and 4. Now, solution. Step 1, you prepare a new table to complete all the necessary data. That is the first thing you need to do. You prepare a table. Now, to get your fx is your x times your 8, which is 10 times 8, you get 80, 20 times 6, you get 120, 30 times 12, you get 360. When you do that, you total what you have for your fx, total what you have for your frequency. Your frequency will give you 54, your fx will give you 1820. Now, step 2, you find the mean. What you need to do is to divide your fx over your f, the total of your fx over your f. Now here we have 1820 divided by 54 to give you 33.7. That's our mean. Let's find our x minus x. So we're using the mean here, which is 33.7, as one of our x here. So it will be 33.7 minus 10, the other x 10, to give you 23.7. 33.7 minus 20 to give you 13.7. 33.7 minus 30 to give you 3.7. You do it like that. And the next step is to look for your x minus x squared. So you're going to find the square of each of the numbers. 23.7 square to give you 561.69. 13.7 square will give you 187.69. So you do it like that. You square all the numbers you have for your x minus x. Okay, the next thing here is to find your fx minus x square. That is f times x minus x square. That is 8 times 561.69 will give you 4493.52. You do it like that, then you get your total answer. Now, to find the variance, all you have to do is to find your total, then you divide it with your frequency, and our total here for our fx minus x squared, which is 10,859.26 divided by 54, and it's going to give you 201.1. okay, to give you 201.1, which is your variance. Now your standard deviation is the square root of your variance. When you square it, you get 14.1. Let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of standard deviation. 1, it represents the best measure of dispersion. 2, it makes use of every value in the distribution. 3, it takes mathematical signs into consideration. 4, it is very useful in further mathematical analysis. And 5, it is also useful in sample theory. Let's look at the disadvantages of standard deviation. The first disadvantage here is 1, it lays more emphasis on the use of extreme values. 2, its calculation is very difficult and tedious. Thank you for watching. Hope you understand measure of dispersion, the variance, and standard deviation. So see you all in our next lesson. Hard work, peace.